Good day, distinguished colleagues from all around the globe. I want to welcome you all to our Diary 13 on this special initiative called Diary of Hackers. I hope we'll benefit from this insightful and educative session of DOH today. And I'm looking forward to tapping from the well of wisdom and knowledge of our special guest today. He's an amazing personality, a researcher to the core, and a very knowledgeable individual in the cybersecurity space. So, who is our special guest today? Our guest today is Dr. Shafii Mohammed Abdulhamid. Dr. Shafii is the former, yeah, thank you, sir. Welcome. Dr. Shafii is the former head of department and a pioneer member of the first cybersecurity department in Nigeria at the Federal University of Technology in Minna, Nigeria. He was invited as a visiting research fellow, VRF, to participate in the research activities of Doha Cybersecurity Declaration and International Critical Information Infrastructure Protection, that is the ICIIP strategies in Doha, Qatar. He's also attached to the IT department, that is the cybersecurity unit of one of the affiliate institutes of Hamad bin Khalifa University, that is HBKU, Community College of Qatar in Doha. He receives his PhD in computer science from the prestigious University of Technology in Malaysia, that is the UTM. He backed his MSc in computer science from the Bayero University in Kano, Nigeria, and a Bachelor of Technology in Mathematics with Computer Science from FUT Minna, Nigeria. His current research interests are in cybersecurity, cloud computing, soft computing, Internet of Things security, malware detection, and also big data analytics. You can see that he's well loaded. Yeah, he is. He has published many academic papers in reputable international journals, conference proceedings, and book chapters as well. He has been appointed as an editorial board member for Big Data and Cloud Innovation, that is the BDCI, and Journal of Computer Science and Information Technology, that is the JCSIT. Yeah. Currently is the chief editor of Scopus Indexed Book with Springer Verlag, that is UK publishers, which titled Machine Learning and Data Mining for Emerging Trends in Cyber Dynamics. He has also been appointed as a reviewer of several ISI and Scopus Index international journals in Elsevier, Springer, and Plus One journals. He has also served as member, program committee member in many national and international conferences. Yeah, I witnessed that. And he is one of the pioneer instructors at the Hawaii Academy of FUT Mina and a holder of several Hawaii certifications, such as the HCNA, that is the Hawaii Certified Network Associate, and the HCIP, Hawaii Certified ICT Professional. He is as well a member of the IEEE Computer Institute, International Association of Computer Science and Information Technology, a member of the Computer Professional Registration Council of Nigeria, International Association of Engineers, the Internet Society, and Cybersecurity Expert Association of Nigeria, and the Nigerian Computer Society. Presently, he is a lecturer of cybersecurity science in Federal University of Technology, Minna, Nigeria. He's currently supervising both master's and PhD students in Qatar, Malaysia, and Nigeria. So he is fully loaded, just as I pointed out earlier. We are super glad to having you join us in today's session, sir. And we hope we'll have an insightful journey. I can go on and continue reading his bio. He has a lot. He has done a lot in the industry, trust me. So, but let's just shorten it here and so we can dive into today's session. Thank you for joining us,
Glad
sir.
to join you guys today. Good morning, viewers. As the what do you call the? I mean, the interviewer already he has introduced me. and I'm glad to join you. But before we go into the question and answer session, I would like to start by thanking the effort of the organizers of this uh, show, Diary of Hackers.
Hackers.
Though I wasn't so aware of the activities of this program at the beginning, but from the time he contacted me, I did some little background check, and I had to do some fast catching up with the activities of the program, and I'm glad that a program like this is airing in our country. It's a great program, and I encourage the organizers to keep it up.
Thank you,
So
sir.
that's the first thing I would like to say. So you can take it over from here.
All right. Thank you very much, sir, for that kind words. And we will
Yes.
continue to try our best, sir. So, to start with, sir, can you briefly tell us about yourself better and share your experience so far in the field of cybersecurity?
Okay. As already you've mentioned that I'm a lecturer in the Department of Cybersecurity Science at the first cybersecurity science department in Nigeria, which is in FUT Minna. Uh, Back in 2009, when the management of the university conceived the idea of creating the first faculty of computing or ICT in Nigeria and instituted some department under that school. I happens to be one of the first lecturers in that school and at the same time in that department of cybersecurity. We started the department with just two sets, 100 level and two, and that was how we started nurturing the idea of this cybersecurity as a domain. The idea of cybersecurity as a domain in Nigeria actually started in FUT. So I was just lucky to be part of the movement as at then. But to talk about more of myself, I did my PhD in Malaysia, and I came back to rejoin the department again, and we've introduced a lot of restructuring in the department and some ideas. And through that, as an academics, our work is to give the students basic skills for them to join the labor market where they can improve on their skills and choose their career path. So basically, throughout that time, that's what we were doing until somewhere last year when I received the invitation to join the uh, Doha Declaration of Cybersecurity in Qatar as a visiting research fellow. So I'm still there with them. Uh, Hopefully, we will be rounding off our activities, but basically, that's what I've been doing all this way.
Okay. Well, that's wonderful. I remember when you came back to the department and everybody were like, "Do you know Dr. Shafi, Dr. Shafi, Dr. Shafi?" Well, Dr. Shafi is a very wonderful man and he's full of wisdom, as I've said. So, sir, starting with the interview questions right now. You know, the internet usage has garnered acceptance and increased usage over time across the continent, particularly in Nigeria. But this has also necessitated the increase in demand for cybersecurity professionals. But do you think the educational system can meet this demand?
Um, that's another interesting question. The educational system in Nigeria and also in Africa in general uh, is positioned in such a way that it comes with a lot of challenges. However, We are trying as a country, and I can tell you categorically that the various schools in Nigeria that are offering this course, I will say they are trying. I will speak more of my department in Minna. We are actually trying a lot to produce the required human resources that can be able to man the activities of fraudsters online. But unfortunately, the overwhelming fraudulent activities ongoing right now, not just in Africa, but in the world in general, actually call for what I will say, a holistic approach. And we will also need more manpower to be able to catch up with so many fraudulent activities that are happening online currently. The question is the manpower produced, is it enough, or we still need more catching up to do? To be candid, we are at the moment, I will just put the percentage to be maybe around 10%, because the percentage of fraudsters online, people that are trying to take advantage of other people online, is far, far greater than the manpower that is monitoring the activities of those guys. To add to it, the fraudsters are moving very fast, or faster than the monitors or the police, the online police, or the cybersecurity experts
Experts.
in terms of skills and in terms of monetary aspects and networks of collaborators that they have worldwide. So it's a very challenging and a very difficult thing to cope their activities. But generally, I will say we are just trying. It's just we are lucky that Minna is one of those schools that started the idea, and now the NUC have recognized us as a domain, and as well we have been accredited, to mention, we have been accredited as a department in the country, the first ever to achieve such anyway.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's quite interesting. There's a lot of skill shortage in worldwide generally. It's a known fact. But from your perspective, are those currently into teaching of cybersecurity doing enough to raise competent minds that can compete with others all over the globe?
Yeah, you have so many interesting questions, and this is just one of them anyway. Uh, Actually, cybersecurity worldwide is actually an emerging field. Uh, Go online and do the search, you find out that actually FET is one of the first worldwide. It's not just in Africa to start such a department. It is just now that many established universities around the globe are actually establishing such department. It's just recently. Uh, this is this story is the same in many countries. I remember when we were looking for the first curriculum to adopt, it was a very Herculean task. We were able to find just few around the world. And so the generally the educational system, or the educationists or the instructors in Nigeria, they doing enough? They are doing their best. I can tell you they are doing their best, and it is only when you go around to many cybersecurity departments that you will appreciate what we are actually doing in Nigeria, or
Yeah.
in FUT. Despite our many challenges of light, internet, and so many other challenges that actually we are not supposed to be dealing with at this era. But I can tell you that they are doing their best. We are doing our best, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's
So is
interesting.
it enough? Is it enough? It is not enough. We still have a long way to go, very long way to go. And it is my, it is my, how do I call it? It will now be our task to improve on the situation.
Yeah.
And it is my dream that where we are lacking, especially in the aspect of technical skills, not just theoretical skills, because I think that's where basically most institutions in Nigeria are lacking technical skills. I hope that many institutions in Nigeria will be able to establish cybersecurity related labs, and not just established labs, put the students through, have those that have the required skills to put the students through basic idea of how to use these practical tools. With that, I think we will go a long way. Basically, trying to push forward the practical skills to meet up with the theoretical skills that is dominant in our syllabus.
Mhm. Well, okay. We hope we'll have more hands in the educational sector of cybersecurity in the continent as a whole. So, moving on
Yeah.
to the next question. You're a researcher with a wealth of experience in the field of cyber, no doubt about that. Can you say there's a bright future for those currently studying cybersecurity at different levels in Nigeria?
Sure. We have uh, we have wide range of opportunities in the area of cybersecurity. Research is just one of the components, and that just happens to be the career path I took. But as a cybersecurity enthusiast or a graduate of cybersecurity venturing into the labor market, you have a lot of things to think about when it comes to taking career path. You may decide to be on your own, establish a company, you are good to go, especially when you have a good um, business plan and you are able to get sponsorship, or if you are able to uh, get some capital to start a company of cybersecurity, you have a lot of things to do. You can be a consultant to many ministry and private companies. That's one career path that you can take. You can decide to join the civil service. You can work with government. I'm proud to say that anytime I enter Abuja, there is hardly any ministry I will enter
Yeah.
that I will not see FUT Minna graduates
Wow.
manning the IT units of different ministries and different private companies in Nigeria. It's just so overwhelming. Sometimes I feel I enter some ministries, I think I'm in FUT Minna. And
Wow, that's nice.
that is the truth.
Yeah.
That's the truth. We have already produced a lot of guys that are doing so well in the area of IT.
Okay.
Uh, we have many of them outside the country because actually the country cannot be able to accommodate all of us. So I can tell you that just last week I received a mail from one of my students that I wrote a referee letter. I recommended her in a US university. She finished with 2-1 first degree in FUT Mina, and she got a PhD direct in cybersecurity in the
Oh,
United States of America
wow, that's
with
interesting.
full sponsorship. With full sponsorship,
Wow.
and when I wrote the mail to her, I mean, when I wrote the referee letter,
Definitely.
initially I was thinking, what do I actually include in her referee letter? Because as one of our instructors, previous instructors, I need to give a detail of account of her behavior, her academic excellence, and stuff like that. I thought about it. I had to consult transcript. I have to also give her an interview, and at the end, I came up with a very powerful replicator. And
Definitely.
I'm glad she was able to get both the admission direct from undergraduate, as from bachelor's straight to PhD without doing a master's,
Wow.
and also she's been she got the full scholarship for that program. So right now she's already running her program in the US.
Wow.
And I can tell you that I saw a lot of our graduates in many countries. In Malaysia, I met many of them in here in Qatar. I went to Jumat Mosque recently. At a blow, I made 6 FUT graduates.
Wow.
Yes, I thought I was in FUT, and it was even surprising that they were the first to recognize me.
Wow, that's interesting.
so we are doing a lot of things.
Wow.
We are doing a lot of things, and I think the career path to take depend on individuals. You have a lot of choice to make. Unfortunately, there may be some people that may struggle with getting employment, but that's not an excuse for someone to go into fraudulent activities
Activities.
rather than being positive.
Yeah.
And that is one of the things that in my mind I have as an idea to institute a kind of swearing in ceremony after graduating our students, just like what we have for the lawyers and also for the doctors. You have to swear into a certain code that you are going to follow the ethics of your profession when practicing. Because it is actually, I have received this type of questions severally. People asking me that, what if you train a student and he decided to go the other way? And I always tell them that I don't think that will happen. But for people to ask that question, it shows that it's a possibility. So what are we going to do about it? As pace setters, every team are actually are the pace setters in cybersecurity. We always bring the ideas and others will just follow. This
Okay.
is one this is one idea. This is one idea that I think we have to institute. If you are studying cybersecurity, you are learning the tricks of hacking. You learn the tricks of social engineering, uh, ransomware activities, and whatever. What if you decide to use it for someone decide to use these tricks for negative things? So that's why it's important to institute a kind of swearing in ceremony where students that are graduating will swear into a certain code that you are going to adhere to the ethics of the profession.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
just my idea anyway.
Well, I hope it will be implemented soon, sir. Okay, well, that's interesting so far. You've talked about a lot of reasonables. You've pointed out some reasonable facts in here. So, taking a clue from the continent, sir, how can African leaders play a part to improve on inculcating a favorable learning environment for cybersecurity newbies, that is the people that are coming into, or the students of cybersecurity?
Please, can you repeat the question again?
Okay, taking a clue from other continents, how can
Okay.
African leaders play a part to improve a favorable learning environment for cybersecurity students or enthusiasts?
Okay, I get it. So actually, the Africa as a continent, uh, gradually we are all moving with the flow. Uh, the African Union, which is the highest governance body in Africa, which has its headquarters in Ethiopia, Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. They recently instituted a committee that will look at the cybersecurity as a field and bring out a kind of policy that will guide the continent. And I am glad to say we have two Nigerians in that committee. That's Mr. Dijola that has
AHA, CS2,
C2, CS2 in Abuja, and also the president of the CSAN, that is
Premier phone.
Mr. Remy Afon. They are part of the committee. And I think they have completed their job and they have submitted to the African Union. So Africa as a continent already, the leaders are actually looking at cybersecurity and see what contribution they can make. However, it is not something that needs what I would call snail pace.
Yeah.
We need fast approach to this. We need investment into it. We need a lot of capital to be able to drive these policies. I've seen this in Doha here, how they approach their issues. I don't want to be comparing countries that have a lot of capital in their disposal to many African countries. Though actually African countries are also rich countries, just that we don't know how to manage. But generally, I will say that our leaders need to look at cybersecurity carefully, because as a field, there's what we call cyber warfare. It is one area that the advanced countries are actually looking at.
Yeah.
The war that is taking place right now in many countries, with time it won't be happening physically.
Yeah.
Even if it does, it will be controlled cyberly,
Yeah.
remotely. So how do we match this type of advancements when it comes to Africa? Africa needs to be ready. We don't need to be taken by surprise.
Yeah.
We need to be ready. And the only way to go about it is we need to sponsor researches. We need to train more people. And also, we need guidelines, governance policies to be able to match with the pace in which the area is actually moving, because the area is moving very fast, faster than you think actually, because every day we get new tricks, new techniques in cybersecurity. So training our students at different levels in Africa requires a coordinated approach with the government, with the educationists, and of course with the industry guys, because at the end, the manpower produced will still go to the industry.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would like to correct one impression, which most students actually have. While I was an undergraduate student in FUT Minna, I still have this same impression. It was later that I had to correct myself. Many people thought that because you are studying cybersecurity, automatically you need to get all the tricks. You need to be aware of all the activities. You need to learn all the tools. You need to know how to write all the programs while you are studying. It doesn't happen that way. The only thing that the 5 years or 4 years program that you'll do as a bachelor's will do for you is to give you basic ideas. It is left upon you to take your career path and develop on which tools or which programming language you want to master. I remember as an undergraduate student, I started writing codes that I will say these are codes that can be marketable only when I reach 400 level. And it was during IT when I learned all these things in the industry where I did my IT. But in the school, yes, we did programming. Theoretically, some of us were fortunate at the time. We had some practical experience, but not much. But to be able to develop it to a very good level, it was only during my industrial attachment that I begin to mingle with programmers to be able to develop my skills to a good level. So, uh, as a student, it is it is actually good for you to be able to learn the basic skills, but to develop it to a professional level actually is for you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, thank you so much for that. Yeah, like you pointed out, many students want to have everything from the school, and it's not possible. So, but
The syllabus will not even allow it.
yes, 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 and
Because the moment you start going advanced, the student will shout.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
We are actually restricted by the syllabus.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for that. Coming back to the student right now, in your opinion, sir, what is the biggest impediment to students' ability to assimilate information?
Good learning environment.
Well,
Yes, it's unfortunate that many students actually are faced with a lot of challenges.
yeah,
Uh, Having worked as a school exam officer, that's the faculty exam officer, for a long time in a School of ICT in FUT Minna. I interacted with students directly. I know the challenges of many students. We have many brilliant guys, but unfortunately, these students mostly have individual challenges that are disturbing them and becoming problem to their progress. It is only when you interact with the students one in one that you will know that this type of things are happening. So the good learning environment I'm seeing here is students shouldn't be thinking of how to pay school fees. It is unfair. That's one. Students should be in a position that he or she will just go to the class and learn. Thinking of how to pay school fees shouldn't be for the student. It should be for the parent or for the government. I've seen this in many countries. Students don't, even here in Qatar, students don't pay school fees. Rather, government pay them for going to school. And they pay
interesting.
them money that is even higher than what our lecturers in Nigeria are collecting.
Wow.
There are many established international companies working here in Qatar, from the petroleum section especially, that are ready to sponsor thousands of students to school. I wonder why we are not thinking this way in Nigeria, despite the fact that we have so many international companies mining oil in different parts of the country every day. What is their corporate responsibility to the country, to the immediate communities that are actually suffering from their mining activities? The nation needs to think about this. Giving the students favorable environments to thrive is very important. If you put a student in school while he's thinking of what to eat, that student may not achieve his potential.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. So favorable environment is one of the impediments. But at the same time, the universities also need to give what I will say favorable policies that will allow the students to be able to flexibly be able to achieve or complete their credits, number of credits units required without actually stressing themselves. I will give you example. I've seen this in at least in 2 different countries. I've seen this in Malaysia. I've seen in Qatar. The fact that you are in 100 level and there are actually maybe 8 courses for you to take first semester, 8 courses to take second semester. Yeah, these courses are there in the syllabus. You must have to achieve these courses. But that doesn't mean you will come in first semester and take 8 courses. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. In many countries, okay, this is the 8 courses I need to take in first semester. A student will decide to say, I'm taking 4.
Yeah.
Or I'm taking 2. My time is not enough to take all this. I'm taking 2 this semester. And they will allow him to take. You come and take and pass these 2 with A's. And that is why you will see many guys coming from abroad with very good grade. It is not because they are better than our students. Rather, it is because the system allowed them to take the courses at their own pace. If you feel that I want to make A's in all these courses, but if I take them at a time, the work will be too much for me. I can't take it all. The system allows you to take less. Aside from this, to make one thing also that is that I will also see as an impediment to student learning in Nigeria is the semester system we are running. First semester, second semester. These are not things that students should think of. These are things for policymakers. In many countries, in a year, they have 4 different semesters. 4. So if they have what is called fall, in the fall semester, 16 weeks you complete the courses. Immediately the fall semester ends, that's what they call second strength. Second strength, you can take some other courses if you like. Second strength, before the spring semester will start. In the spring semester also you can take some courses. Immediately after the spring semester, there is summer classes. You can take some courses. So if you have 8 courses to take in first semester, in such situation, you may take 4 in the falls and take 4 in the second spring. Take another 4 in the spring, and then take another 4 in the summer. You've completed your 16 courses. So if you give, it's not actually every student that can be able to carry that load at a time. So there is need for a lot of restructuring. These are things that are based on policies.
Wow.
Policy based. I know that some private universities in Nigeria already they are using such system.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
And I know there was a time in ABU Zaria when they had a long strike of about 2 years or 3 years, and a new vice chancellor was brought in during the military era. I think General Kontagorada died. I think he was able to introduce what they call 3rd semester, just for them to catch up. But after sometimes they abolish it and go back to the 2-semester system because it's just for them to catch up, and they were able to catch up, and then they abolished the system. So there is need for even federal universities to think along this way.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much, sir. We hope this gets to the governments and the other institutions.
They already know.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, sir, for that. So, finally, on a lighter note, sir, have you had any hilarious encounter based on stereotypes of what the layman feels cybersecurity is all about?
Hilarious. Yes, actually, we have many. Every day we see a lot of hilarious things happening. Actually, but not to a layman, even to a technical person. Sometimes Yeah, you encounter a lot of hilarious things. I remember uh, some years back, I was in Gidankwano when I received a call from these fraudsters guys that used to call people and try to dupe them. He was uh, he was speaking to me, uh, telling me about some business stuff that they need investments from me to move things from Abuja to stuff like that. And at the end, he was asking me, okay, I think while he was speaking, the phone now went off. So he called me briefly and said, sorry, my credit just finished. Can you send me credit so that I can? That day I was he was the guy was lucky. He met me in a good mood, and I wanted to see where this thing is going to end. So I told him, I said, I'm going to send you credit right away. At the time, there was this platform online, SMS Africa. I remember many people use it to customize SMS and send to for invitations where you will see that the SMS would come as a customized
Yeah.
SMS. Luckily, I have credit in that, so I just log in. I customize as an SMS for VTU as if a credit is being sent to his phone. So I gave him an alert of 2,000.
Interesting.
though he received the alert, but the phone was not going. He tried several times. The phone was not going. So he
Wow.
was confused. At the end, he called me with another number. Another number. He said, "Thank you very much. I received the SMS, but it seems I don't know what happened. They took the credit away immediately." I was laughing inside, and I told him, I said, "Oh, but I genuinely sent the money to you. I sent the credit to you."
Yeah.
So he said, "Okay, no problem. So what we need to do now you have to write these days, um, because the guys that are making the supply, they are waiting for us." I told him, I said, "Send me the account number."
Account number.
He did.
Again.
First bank account number. I asked him, "Do you receive SMS alerts with this account number?" He said, "Yes. Once you send the money, I will see
I
the
will
alert."
see
I
the
said, "No
alert.
problem." I checked my phone. I searched for first bank SMS alert. I customized another one.
You sent to him again.
I gave him alert of 500,000.
Oops. Oh my
The
god.
guy was crazy. Immediately he saw the alert. He switched off the both numbers that he used to call,
Oh my god.
meaning the guy don't catch my gang.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I tried to call him back severally. He was not available
Yeah.
until after many hours. I guess he must have gone to the account trying to withdraw money and he saw nothing. He called me back again. I said, "Sir, I didn't see the money. Though I saw the alert, but I didn't see the money." So I told him, I said, "You don't know who you are dealing with, right?"
It doesn't. It doesn't.
So I scared the guy. I told him, I said, "You don't know who you are dealing with, right? Okay, we are going to pick you up right now." He
Uh,
switched
uh,
off his
uh,
phone.
uh, uh, he.
That day it was so hilarious. I
Of
can't easily remember such things. Anyway, it's
Yeah.
just a simple trick, but
Yeah.
it just gladdens my heart that being a fraudster, sometimes you meet people
Yeah.
that will deal with you too.
Yeah. Sure. Sure. Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. All right, sir. So, thank you so much for all the your time, and we appreciate it. Despite your tight schedule, you still find out time to encourage those studying cybersecurity and those that want to get into it. Interestingly, each year students will come and apply to the department, and they need an insight, and this will actually give them an overview of what the course is all about and where it will lead them to. So thank you very much, sir, for this. I hope our viewers has really enjoyed this session. When I was reading the bio, you see, it was very long. It's longer than this, and his content is more than this. So, but we just have to put a pause here and maybe invite him some other time. Thank you so much, sir, for coming. Any last word to the enthusiast, advice, or the Diary of Hackers community as a whole?
Okay, briefly, because you already talked about students coming into the department, I would just like to throw more light to that. The course cybersecurity is basically computer science with additional functionalities of security attached to it. So if you want to read about computer science, you are welcome to cybersecurity as well. Just that you have to brazen up to learn more of security tricks that will make the system that you will be developing to be more secure. Aside from that, actually, the field cybersecurity actually have people that are more of awareness and policy.
Yeah.
I remember I remember a lot of guys that are in internet governance, whatever in the heck. They are not technical guys like us. Mostly they are policy guys, and they are making hell of money. And if you ask them, they will tell you that they are cybersecurity personnel. So you must not be technically sound. Sometimes you can be good in developing what we call internet norms. Norms are actually they are policies that guide the operations of countries and individuals on the cyberspace. And there are people that are just specializing in this, developing internet norms, developing internet policy, cybercrime acts and cybercrime laws, policies and strategies of cybercrime. There are people that specialize in this. They are not technical guys. If you give them a system to develop or to protect, they don't even know how to go about it. But if you ask them, they will tell you that they are cybersecurity experts.
Experts.
So there are a lot of career paths that you can take in cybersecurity, and you will excel in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the passing watch is actually a field that can accommodate different people with different skills. So everybody is welcome. We need more hands.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Okay. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate your comment. All right,
Yeah.
guys. We've come to the end of today's session of Diary of Hackers. This is Diary 13. So we have a lot of previous sessions that deals with different career paths as well. So you can check on blue teaming, um, cyber diplomacy, red teaming, and the likes. Just go to our YouTube channel. You look for Diary of Hackers. We have a lot. Currently, we're having our Learn with Peers um, training and challenge. So we also train people and make challenges. Sorry. So you're welcome, and we will still have a lot of training. So you can check us out on the Twitter page, Diary of Hackers, and also check out YouTube. And if you want to join us, you are welcome to our Telegram page at Diary of Hackers. So um, thank you so much, and we have to go. All right, sir. Thank you, sir. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Very
Yes, sir.